آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله الذي أحيانا بعد ما أماتنا وإليه النشور. We thank Allah Azza wa Jalla for raising us to life after taking our life, and unto Him we all shall return. We are still looking at the book Ahi Kayfa Haluka Ma'al Quran. Oh my dear brother, how is your relationship with the Quran? Inshallah ta'ala, the book has been pasted on the platform for those of us who wishes to be following as we are reading. And also, if you wish to have the soft copy, it's up to 30 pages, I think. It's up to 30 pages. Yeah, 30 pages. So if you have your money, I will be able to print it out for you. Instead of going to the business center, I will use my printer, inshallah. All you just need to do is to pay 1,000 naira. Yes, for my paper. So inshallah ta'ala, we are going to be taking the next chapter on this book. He said, Ahi Al-Quran Mizan. Al-Quran Mizanun. He said, my dear brother, the Quran is a scale. The Quran is a scale. Is a scale at which you can use to measure yourself. So if you want to measure, or you want to know who you are, you measure yourself with the Quran. That is why he said, فَهَلْ وَزَنْتَ نَفْسَكَ فَهَلْ وَزَنْتَ نَفْسَكَ. Have you been able to weigh yourself with the Quran? Have you been able to weigh yourself with the Quran? So weighing ourselves is not the amount of digits in our account balance. Like I've already established in the past, the best person is the person who has the Quran. خَيْرُكُمْ مَنْ تَعَلَّمَ الْقُرْآنَ وَعَلَّمَ. So the best person is not the one who has millions of naira without the Quran. So, but if he has millions of naira together with the Quran, فَهُوَ أَفْضَلُ. But if he has millions of naira without the Quran, then he is not the best. Because the best is the one who learns the Quran and teaches the Quran. May Allah make us among the best. So how do we weigh ourselves with the Quran? He said, Ayyul Muslim, oh my Muslim brother, La huda, there is no guidance. Illa dallana ilayhi Allah ta'ala. Except that Allah Azza wa Jalla has already guided us to it. In this Quran, fi kitabihil aziz, in this noble book, in this Quran, Allah Azza wa Jalla, please can you help me with the Quran? Allah Azza wa Jalla, He has guided us to all guidance. All that we need is in the Quran. You have no reason whatsoever to say that there is something that you needed but you could not get it in the Quran. Because the Quran, it is a solution to everything. Do you understand? So that is why the one who has the Quran has no reason to complain, because the solution is right before you. The solution is right before you. That's why one of the Salaf said, if you want to speak to Allah Azza wa Jalla, then you should what? You should go into prayer, salat. But if you want Allah to speak to you, pick the Quran. Pick the Quran. So that is why it is not what? It is not befitting that the one who is a carrier of the Quran should humiliate himself to the one who is not a carrier of the Quran. Rather, the people who are not people of the Quran should humble themselves to the people of the Quran. But unfortunately, most times, the people who has the Quran, they do not honor themselves. They don't know the honor that they are carrying. So you will see them using the Quran to beg. Now he said, وَدَعَانَ إِلَيْهِ نَبِيِّنَا sallallahu alayhi wasallam. There is no goodness except that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam has also brought to us through the Quran. Wa ma siwa zalik, whatever is other than what is in the Quran, whatever guidance that you think there is such guidance that is not found in the Quran, lan yakuna huda li ahad, then you should know, have it at the back of your mind that it is not a guidance for anyone. It is not even a guidance to start with. He said, Ahi, oh my brother, Ya Allah, Ya Allahu ma aksar tilka al-mahasin allati adaballahu ta'ala biha khalquhu. He said that by Allah, how many of those mahasin, how many of those good traits, how many of those good behaviors, allati adaballahu ta'ala biha khalquhu, which Allah Azza wa Jalla has taught his creation through the Quran. Had it been Allah did not bring guidance through Islam, there wouldn't have been different between us and animals. And that is why you see people who do not work with the guidance of the Quran, you will see them behaving like animals. I'm not the one that said it. Allah Azza wa Jalla said it. Ulaika kal an'am baluhum adall. They are people who are like cattle. What do cattle do? The cattle, the only thing that concerns them is how to eat. How to eat, how to satisfy their belly, then mate with the other animal, the female animal, then sleep. So if your life is revolving around these three things, then you are behaving like an animal, because your life is devoid of guidance. There's so much to life more than what we have mentioned. وَيَاللَّهُ مَا أَكْثَرُ الْخَيْرِ لِمَنْ بَحَثَهُ فِي كِتَابِ اللَّهِ تَعَالَى. He said, by Allah, how many of those good things, how many of those, hired good things that is contained in the Quran for the one who seek it. There are so many good things that is found in the Quran. That is why I continue to encourage us. If you are one who has been able to learn how to read the Quran, you are at one level, number one level. Go to the next level to know the meaning of the Quran. You must know it. It is your guide to Jannah. Without knowing it, you cannot be sure of the road. There was one day we were traveling from Kwara State coming to Abuja, and we did not observe our compass very well, Google map very well, and we missed the road. Only Allah saved us that day, because the road we went and entered, we were hoping that we were fearing that kidnappers should not storm the road, because there is no any other motor again, and we have already gone far. Before we check, no motor is coming again and no motor coming back at our back. What has caused that? A mistake in our Google map. The Quran is your Google map. Now if you do not study it well, in order not to make mistake, and you now depended on somebody like me, human being, to guide you, it means that your faith is tied to my faith. If I misguide, you will misguide. Do you now see how dangerous it is for you to be following people? For you not to know between the lines of the Quran. It means if I tell you whatever in the Quran, you cannot confirm it. You must learn the Quran. You must learn the meaning of the Quran. That is what this book is encouraging us to do. As much as we are reading it, let's strive to also know the meaning. And wallah, the Quran has been made easy. Everything about it is easy. It's easy. But it is not for lazy people. It is for the hard-working people. That is why he said that for the one who is seeking it. وَبِاللَّهِ تِلْكَ وَيَاللَّهُ تِلْكَ هِيَ السَّعَادَةِ تَتَرَبَّى فِي ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابِ الْعَزِيزِ. He said by Allah, تِلْكَ هِيَ السَّعَادَةِ. You see this Quran, هِيَ السَّعَادَةِ. It is the happiness that you are actually seeking. Everybody wants joy, happiness, success. It is the Quran. Your success, your happiness lies in the Quran. تَتَرَبَّى فِي ذَلِكَ. It resides in that Quran. ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ الْعَزِيزِ. Your happiness in this dunya and your salvation in the hereafter lies in the Quran.